Hey, let me see your hands. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, Burgundy shirt, get on the ground.
Hi, I'm Karen Turner. Hi, I'm a resident. There you go.
I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm Karen Turner.
You're just here as a ride, right?
No, I'm not.
He informed you not to get out of the car.
Sir, I'm allowed.
No, you are not.
Sir.
Not you are loitering and prowling.
We're not loitering and prowling.
Do you live in this neighborhood?
Do you have? Let me stop you. Step out of the car for me. I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
Your safety?
For my safety.
What do you think, we're gonna beat you up?
A disabled man is violently taken down by Officer David Dukes, who stomped on his head even though he was already complying. The so-called weapon turned out to be a taped stick for stray dogs, not a gun. The kicker? The sergeant on scene immediately called out Dukes, refused to cover for him, and later helped bring charges. But even after being fired and charged with first-degree assault, Dukes still hasn't faced real consequences. This is one of those cases where the body cam says it all, and you have to see how the sergeant reacts.
Hey, let me see your hands. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, Burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground!
This is Officer David Lance Dukes, and yes, that is his real name, with his service weapon already drawn on a random bystander, and the alleged suspect, while responding to a 911 call that accused the man in the burgundy shirt, who just got stomped on, of trying to get into one of these homes while armed with a firearm himself.
There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun. Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head trauma.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You throw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You had to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yup. You throw me down. Yup. You throw me down. You throw me down. Yup. You bust my head down on the cement. Bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. I had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my head.
What he was doing is putting this up behind the tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your hands.
Why you bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got the, like this right here,
You grabbed me.
and we went onto the ground.
You bust my head down
That's what
on the cement.
It's not surprising at all. Dukes lied to his colleagues about stomping on Gillard's head and changed his story to paint Gilard as the aggressor, thus justifying his brutality.
Ain't nobody
There ain't nothing about here wanting to press charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we
You're
got.
gonna have to use it force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his intention
Use
was.
the force. You need to have a look at the camera.
Alright. The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead.
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where
There ain't nothing there.
that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
These dogs officer.
On camera.
Yep, my
All
dogs
right, that's
sick.
fine.
The look on Sergeant Mayer's face when asked about putting the stick into evidence is a dead giveaway that Duke seems to be on his own and isn't getting the help he's fishing for. Most likely because Mayer and the other officers on the scene know that Duke's misconduct is all on camera.
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
In the wrong side.
Can you process this?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one there. We don't have.
What's your badge
They don't
number?
give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards.
I get ready.
All right,
Okay.
it's from the blood thinner. Okay.
Thank
Like
you.
go to hospital?
Yeah.
Sergeant Aquele Polidor deserves a shout out not only for the death stare she gave Dukes when he tried to dodge identifying himself, but for playing a key role in bringing Dukes to justice for what he subjected Gilard to. Polidor reportedly did some actual police work by de-escalating the sitch and working with Gilard and the other man to sort out medical attention and get their side of the story. In her official report, Polidor blasted Dukes and Mayer's handling of the reports, calling out Dukes for lying about his use of force report and the disrespect he directed towards Polidor for not lying on her report on his behalf, as is what is expected apparently from fellow law enforcement. Clarence Gilard was awarded $650,000 after settling his suit against the city of Orangeburg, but that sum won't be paid out by Dukes himself or the department, but rather through the city's insurance carrier, which is sadly expected, but something that must change if we ever want to hold law enforcement truly accountable. Local outlet WCBD reported that Dukes was surprisingly fired immediately following the investigation into his body cam footage and was even hit with first-degree assault and battery charges. But while said charges were filed well over 2 years ago, court records show that Dukes has seemingly yet to face any legal or criminal consequences for brutalizing Gilard, still walking the streets as a free man, still not paying the price for trying to rob the freedom of another person.
A high-ranking Port Authority commissioner tried to use her influence during a New Jersey traffic stop, demanding answers, name-dropping officials, and claiming responsibility for the people pulled over. But when officers wouldn't bend to her status, she went on a fiery rant, accusing them of ruining her weekend and threatening to go higher. This full body cam footage captures an entitled meltdown, and it didn't end well for her.
Hi, it's Nair. I'm a resident. There you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
here. You're just here as the rider, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay.
We're not involved here. You're picking them up.
No. I'm involved. Trust me.
Well,
I'm
I'm not
very
going to tell
involved.
you. He's the driver of the automobile. He's over 18. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
If you can.
We don't need to see credentials.
Okay.
We've explained already.
You need a. If you can give me a little bit of space here.
Who is this? Are you a commissioner?
I am the commissioner. One of the commissioners, and I'm heading up.
Do you have an ID with that?
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers. Okay? So, if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's an
problem.
unregistered vehicle.
Okay, let's hear, why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me miss, I'm commissioner. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Yes.
All due
Why
respect.
were they pulled over?
All due respect.
Yep. Why
The
they
driver
pulled
will
over?
tell you.
No. I need
Yes,
to know.
ma'am. The car's getting towed now.
Why is the car getting towed?
Go ask him.
No. I'm asking, you're the person
Go ask
who's
him.
ordered it, and trust me.
Miss, this does not involve you 1%.
Yeah, it does, because I'm picking them up, and
No,
I'm
it's not.
offering to take responsibility for them, and you can't even tell me the charges. I'm also an attorney, so I think if you can't tell me, what is the problem?
That's fine.
Why is it such a difficulty to say why they're being pulled over and why the car's being towed?
Because everything has already been explained.
I know, but I know.
Why do you need to know?
Because this is impacting me, because
Why?
I got 4 people who are coming back to my house, including people who live in New Haven attending Yale Graduate School, a PhD student, and I don't know why it's so difficult to say what the problem is. This is impacting me. On Easter Sunday, I got to take 4 people
I'll be honest.
back to New
I'll be honest with
Haven.
you. Should I be frank with you?
Yeah, I want to know what the problem is.
It's more of the way you just approached me and your demeanor.
You know what? Okay, that's.
I'm being honest with you.
I want to know why.
I just don't appreciate your demeanor.
I don't
You're being very demanding with me.
No, I'm asking you a question which is not being answered.
But it doesn't need to be answered. It's irrelevant.
You know what?
If you'd like to read my report, you can come down to the police department records on Monday, and you can get a copy of it.
And you can't.
I am under. There is no. You have no right to know what's going on.
No, I do.
Explain to me why.
Because these are 4 people that I have
You're
to take responsibility.
Why do you have to take responsibility? They're all adults.
That's my daughter.
And she's a backseat passenger. She's a backseat passenger.
And there's a problem with you describing it because you don't feel confident. Why these people are being pulled over.
Your daughter has not been summoned. She was not the driver. This is not her vehicle. It's not your vehicle.
I'm sorry, but this is not going to be, if you have a problem explaining what the problem is and why their car is being confiscated, then we have a problem. And trust me, I will be in with the commissioner of police of Tenafly.
Take a step back. Take a step back.
If you can't even describe what the problem is,
take a step back from me. I can't move back any farther. I keep moving back farther, and you keep moving closer to me.
Because you can't even
take a step back?
put a sentence together on what the problem is.
Because I'm not because of your demeanor.
No, I came in very nicely.
I'm under no legal obligation to tell you.
And I'm under no legal obligation to tell you what I will be doing. But I will.
You can do whatever you would like to do.
She's been
This is a lawful motor vehicle stop. You are here to pick them up. Okay?
Okay.
There's going to be a report.
Yep.
The driver has been advised of everything that's going on.
Okay. I was there for your graduation when you guys came in the town, and it wasn't that long ago.
What graduation? What are you talking about?
Okay.
What graduation when I came into what town?
Saditsky and Catherine. Thank you for your information and help. You know what? I hope you have a really nice holiday weekend, too, because you just ruined it for a lot of people. Without even the decency.
No, I didn't ruin anything.
Yeah,
I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, you did.
I would just hope you being a commissioner
this is their Passover.
that you would understand the job police officers have to do. But
there is no explanation. How can I understand? You
don't
even have the decency.
You didn't even ask
I'm asking you because you're the one that's making the report, the problem, stating it. I'm going to the source.
I don't appreciate the way you approached me, the way you demanded information, the way you're stating based off of your position in another agency, whatever it may be. I mean, you have a business card with credentials. I don't know you. I just met you a minute ago. You have no official identification.
You know Louis, what's his name, Schmarodovsky?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just telling you who I am. I've been in the town for 20 years, and as a courtesy, I would like to understand the rationale for their being pulled over and their car confiscated. This is a courtesy. I don't know why it's difficult.
I believe you should ask your daughter and the driver of the motor vehicle.
My daughter is a backseat passenger, as you've said. You're making the accusation. I would like to know.
What accusation?
The accusation of I don't know what. You haven't told me. You're telling me to go Monday and read the report.
No, that's not what you said to me.
You said ask them. It's not them. I'm not going to ask the driver what you are accusing them of wrongdoing. I'm asking you because you're the source of the accusation. They are not the source, you're the source. So I'm trying to go to the source. If you want me to go to their side of the story, I will. But I will do that.
I think that's the best thing at this point.
You know what? I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are acting. You cannot even tell me, a mother living in Tenafly for 20 years with 2 kids who went through the school system, what the problem is. And that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sentence.
I think we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons, this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road. It's a little bit dangerous for us being out here as long as we were anyway.
Thank you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
That's pathetic.
Okay.
And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. You can't put together a sentence of what the problem is.
Are you finished now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for your help.
You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut up and not tell me when I may take my kids. and her friends, who are PhD students from MIT and Yale. You may tell me nothing, because you've told me nothing. Shame on both of you. I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number 540.
I got your name. I got your name.
Just to make sure there's no discrepancy.
There's no
Matt is the first name.
No, don't you worry.
As long as you got all the information right.
I got all your information,
Okay.
sweetheart. You can't put a sentence together. That's shameful.
Okay.
That's shameful.
Have a pleasant weekend.
You have a wonderful weekend. You're going to...
Two guys were just trying to sleep in their car when a power-tripping cop shows up, flashing lights in their faces, demanding ID, and threatening arrest, all for sleeping. What starts as a peaceful moment quickly turns into a fiery showdown, full of insults, rights violations, and camera-ready drama. One officer even admits they don't need a reason. But these guys push back, on camera, and you won't believe what they say at the end.
Yeah. Do we need to move?
Open the door.
Do we need to move?
Open the door.
For what?
What crime do you suspect us of committing?
Listen, there's two guys sleeping in the car.
What crime is that?
That's not a crime.
All right.
What crime is that?
Do you have an ID?
I have a big bag. Go fuck yourself.
Do we need to move? No?
Then you need to get in your car and leave.
Cool.
Have a nice day.
All right.
I'm just getting some shut eye, man. We don't want any trouble.
All right.
You good?
I'm trying to find out what you guys doing here.
We just told you what we're doing.
You guys live here?
Man, come on, man. I told you I was sleeping.
It's a question I'm asking.
And it's a question we're not answering.
I'm trying to get you on your way.
Me on my way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you on your way. I know you got a call or whatever. When you're here to check on it, I'm just telling you, I just got tired and I pulled over and I slept.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. There's nothing to investigate. You good?
Right. You have ID?
No, man, I'm not giving you nothing, bro.
You're not giving me your ID?
I'm not giving you shit, man. I'm trying to be nice to you.
Give me your name and ID.
Officer Chevalier, ID 0259.
Thank you. Have a nice night, Officer Chevalier.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you ain't getting any more seconds. We're done with you. Have a nice night.
You guys are not free to go.
You're not free to go. Asking people for sleeping on the fucking sidewalk in a public area. You get that light out of my face.
You just got you. Who, me?
And I called backup.
You guys fuck? No, we didn't.
Excuse you?
Stay in the car.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna document this. You're not gonna impede me from doing that.
Sir, please tell me you are recording this in its entirety.
I am recording this in its entirety.
Did he inform you not to get out of the car?
Sir, I'm allowed...
No, you are not.
Sir,
not when
listen,
you are
sir.
loitering and prowling.
We're not loitering and
it.
prowling.
Do you live in this neighborhood?
Do we have to live in
Oh
this
yeah, it
neighborhood?
does. It
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Do you understand the definition? Hush. Hush.
Sir, who are you talking to like
Do
that?
you understand the law about loitering?
Do you understand what the First Amendment is?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then me getting out to document is
No,
anything.
you could have stayed and documented.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't see
Yes,
what you
you
guys did.
could.
No,
You
sir,
had your camera out
Sir,
and you
yeah.
documented.
Sir, please.
Let me be clear about that.
Let me be clear. You guys can search me and see that I don't have
I don't need
anything.
to touch you.
Okay, you don't need to touch me.
What I do need to tell you is this. Loitering and prowling.
We were loitering.
Being in a place at an unusual time. Yes, it does. Don't tell me. I've been doing this job for 20 damn years.
And we've proven numerous times tonight already that you guys don't know the law.
Listen to me.
Objection, you dumb
Loitering
motherfucker.
and
You're not qualified
Not
to
loitering and prowling.
Shut the fuck
No, it
up.
doesn't.
Dumb
Correction. Loitering
motherfucker.
and prowling means being in a place at a time that is unusual
So,
for that area.
sir.
So, when I come up to this car,
You didn't come up. He came up.
when I come up to this
You didn't
car,
come up to this,
it
he
does
came
not
up.
matter. When I come up to this car and I see you in this
Okay,
car
get your
at 4
supervisor
o'clock
out
in the
here.
morning,
Get your supervisor out here.
I don't need to.
You do. I'm
No, I
requesting. I'm formally requesting your supervisor.
Okay,
So please get your
I'm
supervisor out
ignoring
here.
you.
Oh, you're ignoring me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so our Officer Maribato.
Mariboto.
What's
Do you
your
have ID on you?
I don't.
So you're not in this neighborhood, so you may be casing cars.
No, I'm not.
How do I know that?
Because we told
You're
them
not
what we were
willing.
doing.
No, you're
I don't
not
have to
willing
answer
show
your.
me.
You know what the Fourth Amendment says?
Absolutely. I know.
Okay, then I
quite
don't
a
have
few
to answer your
things.
questions.
No, you don't. But you know what?
You
You know what
You
the
have
fifth?
two choices. You have two choices.
You have two choices.
I can either wait. I can either arrest you for loitering and prowling.
When I get your ass on the stand,
because you're not.
when I get your bitch ass on the
At this
stand,
point in time, you are
prosecutor's gonna say
not
objection.
relieving my
The witness is
fears
not
that you may
qualified.
be doing something illegal.
Well, I don't have to. It's your job to prove that I'm
Actually,
doing
no,
something
it's not.
illegal.
Technically, it is not. You
Yes, it
should
is.
Read the law.
You should read the law.
about that.
You should
And
read the law.
It is your
You're
call
not
what you want to
qualified.
do.
You're not qualified to read shit. You're stupid as
It's
fuck.
your call what you want to do.
Okay?
I know
You're not
what
qualified
I
to
do,
do shit.
but I don't
You
feel
ain't
like
qualified to do
transferring.
shit.
Oh, so you'd violate rights is what you do.
Bitch ass. Yeah, you're gonna find out you ain't qualified to do shit, you stupid motherfuckers. Get the fuck out of here.
And prowling. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's the one who patrols
By the way,
streets every
now,
night.
Now he just stepped across the line recording it, just so you understand.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He used his First Amendment. If you don't like the First Amendment, you
Screaming
can leave.
loudly at night.
That's
again,
fine.
That's
He's allowed to.
disturbing.
No, he's
No,
allowed
he's
to
not.
express himself.
No, he's not.
No, disturbing the peace would be cursing you out.
You stupid motherfucker. Federal subpoena. Sorry motherfucker.
So you don't like him to arrest him?
Yeah, you don't like me? Like these nuts, bitch.
Chill out, man. Sir, are you a little bit more level-headed?
No, hands on the Hands on the Have they disabused? Have they removed your fear of him doing something illegal?
Sir, we were sleeping when he pulled up on us and he started flashing a light in our face. How are we doing something illegal? Would you much rather us driving around dangerously tired? Or would you much rather us pull over and find a place to sleep for the night? If you had said, hey, would you guys mind moving along? We would have just moved along. So you guys know I'm getting this conspiring on record. Yes.
Get your ignoramus, friend, and you, like you said, unask the AO.
Excuse you?
Unask the AO.
No, what'd you call us?
I said your ignoramus friend.
Okay,
and
now I want your fucking supervisor. Who are you to insult anybody? We weren't doing anything wrong but sitting in the car sleeping, protect ourselves, keeping off
you
the
have
streets.
the entire recording, right?
I have the entire
Including
thing recorded.
You cursing us.
I have me cursing him out too.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because
you know what?
because you're acting
And-
like an asshole.
And let me ask you a question. In what universe do you have any concept of where you're allowed to curse me out?
We're in the
names,
we're in
and
the
me not
United
be able to do it to you.
Because you're a public servant. We're in the
Fuck
United.
you idiot.
Excuse you, motherfucker.
Exactly. Right.
Now you're fucking trying to instigate.
Oh, I'm not instigating. I'm just
You are.
responding to you.
No, you're just being an
Apparently-
asshole.
No, I'm
so
lowering
Mariboto,
myself to your level.
you
You
shouldn't
apparently
though.
think it's okay.
But you
Why?
see, as a police officer,
Why?
you shouldn't.
Who
Because
told
aren't
you
you guys
that shit?
aren't you guys supposed to be the finest and the best of the citizens?
I have to relate to the people I'm speaking to.
You have to relate to the people.
Apparently,
Well, no,
since I
you
can't
don't know
speak
how to
like
relate to the
this,
people that you.
You need me
Listen,
to talk to you in the same
I've had
fashion that you
three.
respond
No, I
to me.
don't. I need you to
So,
start giving us respect. I
think-
wasn't even
no,
talking
fuck
to you.
you.
He's the one who showed up.
Fuck you. Why
I don't
should
need
I
to.
respect you? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I? I'm your goddamn employer.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
See, that's
You work
another-
for the
that's
you work for the
third
city.
most retarded
You work.
thing You don't pay for this city. You don't live in this city.
How do you know?
You just told me, unless you're a liar. Are you a liar?
I don't have to fucking tell you any truths.
You just told me.
But I don't have to tell. I don't have to tell any truths.
You can lie.
Listen, I'm not the one who took a job where the Supreme Court has ruled that you're allowed to lie.
Exactly.
So you did.
You know what?
But you did.
There you go.
So you're allowed to lie to
get.
And now you're standing here trying to instigate and intimidate.
I'm not intimidating you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not intimidating
you. You're wearing a belt of death, standing less than 3 feet in frame of me.
Let's get the fuck.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you fucking joke of a man. You little Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Sergeant, sir, I'm sorry about our initial interaction. You have belts of death and shitty attitudes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. Get a fucking another job, you fucking disgrace to the uniform. Hey, remember, I served 13 months for this fucking country.
If you have any decency,
are you leaving?
As a human being,
weren't you leaving? You were leaving, right?
But I want to clarify something.
Well, I don't need your speeches or your decency or your thoughts.
I just want you to respond to one thing only.
Okay.
If you have any decency as a man, hey, look, he's here. Now, if you have any decency as a man,
he's your supervisor?
It will be in its entirety, including your
Hey, you know what? Go on YouTube.com, look up Monkai83. Your bitch ass will be on there in about 20 minutes.
I think I'll waste my time with that.
Well, then don't fucking tell me what to do, asshole. With my recordings. It's my documentation.
I don't give a shit either.
Yeah, I know you don't, you fucking sex shit. Sir, are you there, supervisor? I'd like to file a complaint on him. He likes to come up and start cursing people out, telling people what they can and can't do, threatening us with jail simply for sitting here sleeping instead of driving around and possibly causing a crash. Now, when this gentleman pulled up, he did everything he was supposed to do. He maintained his professionalism, but as soon as this guy came on, he tried to instigate, intimidate, tried to threaten us with arrest simply for trying to document this stop. I told him, hey, I'm getting out. I'm gonna document better. I can't see from the car. I got out and I stood by that pole, didn't leave. He comes up to me, gets in my face, starts telling me I'm a fucking idiot. After, we had run our mouth a little bit. But aren't you guys supposed to be above us? You're supposed to be the citizens above us, correct? He acted like he's a thug on the street, laughing at me, thinking we're a fucking joke.
ID?
I don't have any ID, sir.
So how do you want me to file a complaint?
I'll come down to the station later and file a complaint.
We're going to do this now.
Well, I can do it anonymously, can I not?
I need your ID.
Can we do it anonymously?
Then you can come back in the morning.
So I can't file an anonymous complaint. You telling me a citizen can't come in off the street, fill out paperwork?
Okay, we'll file it as anonymous.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Are you guys done here?
They're trying to tell us that we can't stay here and sleep, but we didn't hurt anybody, did we? Well, what are we supposed to do? We have to go where?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I was just reaching for this. If you guys want to pat me down, like I said before, you're more than welcome. I'm talking to him, not you. You can shut the fuck up. We don't have any ill will, no ill intent. We're not trying to, do anything wrong. Yeah, no worries. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna put it back in my pocket, though. Just giving you the heads up.
Take care.
Good job. It was your officer, it was your African American officer. Can you address him in front of me?
I'm going to address that right now.
Yeah, can you address him right now?
Yeah.
Let him know. Hey, can you tell him to get that light on me? That's kind of rude. He did it on purpose.
Okay, thank you for leaving.
Yeah, I am, but can you tell me to get that?
Oh, we're gonna leave once you guys leave.
You leave now.
No, we're gonna leave when you guys leave. I feel safer if we left when you guys left, especially with the little one right there being so angry as he is.
No, we're not going to do the light.
All right, that's fine. Hey, that's good. That's from leadership down. That's what it shows.
Heard of the hate from the top up.
Piece of shit. That's from the top down.
We can talk as loud as we want.
Lower your voice now because
I'll stop talking.
if you continue, okay, very good. That's a smart choice.
This is funny to Mariboa, huh? People's rights are funny to him.
Sure said 4119.
This is 4115.
Alright, Collins out.
Hey, to violate anyone's rights tonight, Baraboa. You're gonna look great on YouTube, you fucking pig. Oh, Sergeant! Sergeant! That gentleman also told the other American officer he didn't like my buddy in the car, so he was going to arrest him. That goes against your policy, right? Because you don't like somebody, you can arrest someone? Thank you very much, sir. Sorry you had to come out and deal with this.
This guy knows his rights cold, and he schools the cops right from the driver's seat. When officers pull the car over and demand ID from both the driver and passenger, the passenger refuses to comply. Why? Because he wasn't driving, and he knows the law says he doesn't have to. Calm and confident, he challenges the officers to cite the exact law, and they can't. Despite pressure, threats of arrest, and calls for backup, he holds his ground, asserting his constitutional rights without backing down. In the end, it's clear. This man wasn't just riding shotgun, he was driving the conversation. Watch what happens when knowledge meets authority and wins.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Whatever the traffic stop was, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here for that, obviously.
Just in case I started recording, you know, because...
That's fine.
If anything, if I need it for court or anything.
You can record all you want, no problem. You're obligated, when you're in a motor vehicle, to present your ID.
When you're driving?
When you're in the motor vehicle, yes, like right now.
Can I see what law is that?
I don't have the law book on me. I know the law. That's.
So if you know it, how come...
If you weren't in the car and you parked in a parking lot, no. But as far as the motor vehicle being operated, yes.
Right. So get the law for me. Give me what law it is, and then.
The law for you.
You're a police officer. You're supposed to know all the laws
Let me talk to you. Step out of the car for me.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
For your safety?
For my safety.
What do you think? We're going to beat you up?
No, but once you tell somebody to step out of the car, it's either they're being arrested, you're going to take them in for questioning or something like that. Okay. If I'm not going to be...
Listen.
I'd rather stay here where this is recording. In case something happens.
Mr. Lawyer, okay?
No, I told him I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But I value my rights. I have rights. I know the Constitution. You know, I know what rights I have.
We do it with every single car. You give up your rights when you're in the car.
When you're driving.
When you're driving.
When you're driving.
You have to present your ID.
Yeah, when you're driving.
Your ID, that's fine. But you got to give them a name.
I'm not giving out my name just because. Because you're gonna start. I need your name. I need your date of birth. You're gonna look me up. You're gonna have my address. You're gonna have all the information. Yeah. But what crimes did I commit?
No one's saying we do it with every single car. Yep. As far as you getting out of the car, I know you're thinking you're Joe Attorney.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get arrested. Yeah. Okay, you're not.
All right. So when you say I'm being arrested, then we'll take it from there.
Why would I say that? Why would I say you're being arrested?
I don't know.
Sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah, because you're asking me for my name, my date of birth.
That's just for our safety. That's why we do that.
Yeah, but why did he get pulled over? Right?
Had him for speeding.
Okay, so that's his problem.
Yeah, but
I'm just getting the ride home.
Listen, but you're in the car, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't commit a crime. I didn't speed.
We're not saying that you did. We identify everyone in the car.
You're not
every single car stop.
I am listening.
Okay. When you get out of the car, okay, we don't just arrest people to get out of the car. We just don't tell you to get out. It's for the heck of it, okay? For our safety, we ask for ID. Now, you're obligated by the state to do that, okay?
Do you see anybody shooting? Do you see anybody with a bazooka?
No, I'm not here to be a debate. That's for court, okay?
All right, so whatever you got to do, but I'm not giving up my rights. I'm not giving up my rights. And I know that's not a law. Once you tell me the law, what number it is, everything, we're going to look it up. Stuff like that.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, can you hop off just for a minute? I just want to talk to you.
Nah, I want to stay with the camera recording because I don't know. You know, I don't want to be...
Feel free to bring the camera with you.
I don't want to carry that and have it in your face, you know.
Okay.
But,
then you know what?
I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to take you guys away from doing your job and stuff. But they say that when you have rights, either you use them or you lose them, you know.
You're not disrespectful, okay? But you are breaking the law.
I am.
Okay. The United States Supreme Court says we have every right to take you out of this car while we conduct a traffic stop.
Even when I'm not being arrested, I wasn't driving, I don't have any probable cause, you know, just for my friend, because he already got a ticket, he's late for, he's giving me a ride, as a courtesy, for me, because my car broke down. I'll give you my ID, all right? Because I've been here for 31 years in this country, never been arrested, don't have any kind of...
I'm not arguing any of that.
I don't have any records, everything's clean,
Do we have his ID?
Yeah, I'll give it to him now, just for my friend, if it was me, I'll be here till 5 in the morning, I just have it. Yeah, I'll just give it to you. So I'm going to read for my ID, all right?
Go right ahead.
Just for my friend.
Yep.
I'll give up my rights for my friend.
It has nothing to do with rights, my friend.
All right, here you go. You're not going to find anything. I just want to, we have the rights. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's where it's going in this country already.
You do have rights, and I understand that. I'm well versed in the Constitution.
Yeah, I follow.
You do have rights.
Yeah, I follow. I try to follow all the laws. I try to learn everything,
But you do have to identify yourself.
They say if you're being arrested, there's probable cause, or you're being a danger.
I know who you are as the passenger if you don't tell us. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't driving. I didn't commit any crime. There's no probable cause that I'm going to commit a crime. You didn't catch me in the act of committing a crime.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know who you are.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying too.
I do. I do. However, just so you know in the future, you have to provide.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to call the chief of police and ask him, just to make sure, because if it is, and I'm wrong, the next time, I know better,
Well, the Attorney General's office, they can really tell you. Just tell them the situation. I was a passenger in a car. I was asked to provide my ID, and they'll let you know that is the case.
Okay, I want to find that out because I try to keep up with all the laws, and if that's a new law and I don't know about it, I want to find out.
Power.
Yeah, I just wrote that today on Facebook. I said knowledge is power. Same thing like that.
Yep, absolutely.
I said read and learn. I try to always keep up with all the laws, the new laws, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, everything.
Why not?
Just so, Yep. I've been here for 31 years, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the police, never been in any kind of trouble, ever.
Have you ever been stopped and asked for your ID when you were a passenger?
Well, no, never.
Never, huh?
It just because I have 2 cars, but they both broke down, so so they can give me a ride for work.
The reason why we do that is obviously to check anybody, see if they have warrants or whatever. We don't know who the passenger is, the car.
Yeah, but you see what the problem with that is? You cannot just go around stopping everybody asking for IDs like Nazi Germany. You know what I mean?
Vehicles legally stopped though for traffic violations.
Now, because you know how it is nowadays.
We don't just accost people on the street and ask them for their identification.
Yeah, but that's where it's going.
Yep.
In New York.
Listen, we're not in New York.
It's already like that.
We're not in New York. We're in Rhode Island. Okay? And the courts say if you are stopped by the police for a legal reason, which this was a legal reason, you committed a traffic violation of some sort, we have the right to identify any passengers in the motor vehicle.
Yeah, but you know that in New York they didn't have that law before.
We're not in New York.
I mean, but they didn't have it there. Just like they don't have it here, it might go there. If you don't use our rights, if you don't flex your rights, that's where it's going to go right there, Nazi Germany.
That's when you notify your state rep and you...
Now, pretty soon I'll be going down the street, walking around. Papers, please, papers.
No, that's...
that's where it's going. I mean, I'm sad to say about this is where it's going in this country. Man, when I was here, back when I first came in here, back in the 80s, the 90s, it was lovely to, here. But the way it's going now, I don't know if that was after 9/11 or what happened, but I just can't do anything anymore without having your papers, And I don't have anything to hide or anything, but...
I'm not saying that you don't.
No, I don't know, but it seems like that. When you want to give out your name and ID, it seems like, there's all these red flags. What is he hiding?
You're one person. This case that this side was talking about came from a state trooper asking for identification from a bus full of people. And the Supreme Court found that it was warranted. And they can ask for identification.
So even all those innocent people that were just there along for the ride, they have to go through all these hassle, give out the names, the date of birth, and Social Security, just because somebody else did something? We all have to pay for it? I mean, does that seem right? Yes. Now, if you're looking for a person driving the same type of car that was being looked for like a crime he committed, it was driving a car that's similar to this one, a red Civic, we're looking for that type of car, there's a wanted and then you stop him for a car, then they go, all right, we stop somebody driving that same, I'm looking for somebody that's driving the same type of car, he's being looked for, he committed a crime, all right, I will understand that. But asking me all this because he was speeding, I mean, it doesn't go together, it makes no sense.
The courts have said that we can.
All right. No, I'm just gonna, look that up. I'm not saying that you're lying, but I want to make sure for myself.
I'm gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Like I said, no benefit to me. Probably the Attorney General's office and.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that out because.
You can Google search it.
No, I don't trust Google. I go straight for the source. You can't believe anything you read online. There's too many.
If you go on the Rhode Island.
Too many, like he says, too many lawyers online. They think they know everything, and then they tell you something that's not even true.
On the Rhode Island State website, you can look up all the Rhode Island general laws.
Okay. Yeah, I have the phone number for the.
If you do a search on there of obstruction of justice, the entire definition of the statute will come up.
All right.
You'll see that.
And it's going to say if you're a passenger on a car and you can ask for the ID.
It won't be that specific.
You see?
That comes
I want to see where it says that.
From case law.
I want to see where it says that exact word. If you get stopped, your passenger must, by law, give out his name and everything, or go straight to jail. I want to see that.
Okay, well, do you want to roll down your window?
Yeah, he's all set.
Yeah, he's all set. Thanks.
Have a good day.
All right, man. Take care. All right.